So, some updates on the Leaf project. Tomorrow I'm going to be taking out a 30 kilowatt for a test drive. It's going to be approximately 129 miles of testing. And I'm going to go first from Mora to Borlänge, which is a trip that is 63 miles, 102 kilometers. And then we will go from there from Borlänge to Falun, which is 12 miles. And then from Falun to Mora, which is 53 miles. And this is mainly because I want to test out the headlights on the Leaf. I don't know if it's an Accenta or a Tecna model, but yeah, we'll see that because we're getting even if we're getting a 30 kilowatt version, then we're probably going for the Accenta version, so we're not going to get the LED low beams. But the low beams is not usually the problem in Sweden, since it's very dark here in the winter, and it's more usually that you need to have good head beams. And since this is a lease car, you cannot put any, access lights or extra lights on the car, so that's going to be a problem. And depending on if it's a Tecna or an Accenta, I will have different, packages on. So I'm basically making this video, and yes, because if you have any questions about the 30 kilowatt in general, range and whatnot, because I'm gonna be making another video after tomorrow, after the test drive, and I'm just putting it out there. So if you have any questions about the 30 kilowatt version, whether it be the Accenta or the Tecna, because I don't really know which version I'm getting, their demo car, I don't know if it's a Accenta or a Tecna. And then but the biggest differences, as I understand it, is that the Tecna version has the Bose sound system, it has LED low beams, and it has leather seats. Here in Sweden, we get the heated steering wheels and the heated seats in the front and back, even on the Accenta. So that's not that different. If you look at Ian Sampson's videos, then what I can read from that is that the American, the British, will only get heated seats and at least heated steering wheel on the Tecna version, but in Sweden we get that on all the versions. At least, yeah, the heated seats and heated steering wheel are standard on all models in Sweden. So the differences will be the LED low beams and the Bose sound system. But if you want to know, and the weather today was minus 6 degrees. So I'm guessing it's going to be about the same tomorrow. I really wanted to try it out because they got the car on the 16th, and try it out when it was real cold, minus 20, 25 degrees. But that turned out that they got the car on the 16th, but it will not be ready for test drives until tomorrow. I talked to him last week, so. But as I said, we're going on that trip, and if you're curious about that, if you have questions, just post them down below and I'll try to answer them. We'll be leaving tomorrow at, 4:30 in the afternoon. So if you have questions, then post them before that. And then just going on basically about the charging solution that we were getting. It turns out our landlord, or the company that owns the apartments, does not have an electrician on payroll. That's what they said that they had, but then we talked to the electrician, and he or she actually turned out she's not a certified electrician, so she cannot go out and measure the currents out there to see how many amps is over for us. So if we wanted to get a charge box, if we could get 10 or 16 amps or a 32 amp version of the charge box, and I had to call a certified electrician. He's going to look into that the coming days. But as it looks, from what he knew about, because they are the ones that put the heater poles out here, he thought that we would be lucky if we still have to convert one of the outlets that they have. They're on timer and they're only 6 amps. So we'll have in Garo that actually made these poles that we have conversion kits for charging electric cars and, you know, just preheating cars, older fossil cars. So as it looks, we're probably getting a 10 amp outlet, and well, then we'll just have to buy one of those Sparks EV cables that has, you know, usually the box you get with your standard Leaf charger is all that electronic is put into the glove that you put in the car, and you can change the amps between, you know, from 6 to 8 to 10 to 13 to 16 amps. So we're probably going to get one of those. So if it turns out that we can have at least, let's say, 10 amps and, you know, charge time on it on a 24 kilowatt version, I believe will be, you know, 10, 12 hours depending on, you know, the weather and whatnot. And that's not terribly bad, but, you know, I'd rather definitely would have like to have had a, you know, a wall box, you know, a 16 amp or 32 amp version. But, you know, if it's not doable while we're renting, then maybe if we move to a house and whatnot, then, you know, there's always more options. So that's what we're standing with that. I'll get back with that too if I get information from the electrician. So post any questions you have about the 30 kilowatt, and I'll try to answer them if I get them before, you know, we get home with the car, because then after that I will not be able to answer any questions. Or if I saw something, I'm going to try to make a decent review of it. So that's about it. Until next time, bye.